think that she
Unbelievable.
is a better leader.
You
Because
have
at
to
the end of
In
the
what
day,
way?
An OnlyFans woman is
Yes.
better than a man who has built a construction company. worth $2 million
regardless of
a year.
what,
I love it.
What?
can
I
y'all
love
let
it.
me
You gonna
finish?
stand on that? Is
Can
that your
y'all let
final
me
answer?
finish?
Let him
I'm
go,
done with
Trev,
Mr.
let him
Let
go on the
Go.
record and say,
Welcome back to the channel. Thon Lexi here with another reaction video. Shouts out to my man Darwin. Of course, another conversation spawned over there of high interest. Mr. Let Go and then some other delusional woman were saying that if a woman made more money, that made her a better leader.
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Right. Ridiculous logic. We're going to get into it. Hit the subscribe button and hit the like button and the notification bell. Let's not waste 1 minute.
a year. A man comes along, he's making 70.
If you are going to lead me in the ways, that means you need to have the mindset. That means you need to have the mentality, the emotions, the spirit, the energy, the physical. And that's why I said in the beginning, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. You cannot use 7 because that's how I measure success. It's not just about the money. If all you have is money, you're broke. And to a woman, if all you have is your body, you're broke too. Y'all deserve each other. That's the modern day woman I'm talking about. And the men, they deserve each other. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to lead this household, I don't want to have to slow down to let you pass me up.
If a man came along, whatever, let's say y'all both make 500K a year. A man comes along, he's making 70K. He got a business plan, he got a vision, he's working towards that day in and day out. And you would have to look up at him on all the intangibles. You may be looking down financially, but he got all the other intangibles in place. Does he get a chance?
No.
Do you put him on?
No.
Because in my mind, when you say 200, okay, she making 250K.
Wow.
If he making,
Not
if he's
surprised.
making 200K, like and some men, some women, they're really good and they make this solid, steady income, but a man can get there and be lower than you and then surpass you as well. So there's a lot of things to think about that. But when you're dealing with a woman who's making $250,000 and a man who's making $70,000, that lets me know that she probably has more leadership abilities than he does. Because how is she
Based on what?
No, let him finish.
because her business, if her business is more successful or she's more successful in her career, hence she's making way more money, then in some area in her life she is a much better leader financially than he is.
Need to leave that dope alone.
Absolutely ridiculous logic. This is why the more a woman's income goes up, the more difficulty women have in the dating market. It's called being priced out of the dating market. And a lot of times, these women out here, their dating market value doesn't go far above what their net worth is. They have a hard time getting a man because they're thinking that they can use that money as leverage in the dating market, when the truth is your money isn't your leverage in the dating market when you're a woman. But let's continue.
He's a
'Cause she's
better leader
above
as an
average.
untrump.
I'm saying, I mean, I would just assume
Above
it just
average.
seems like that's
Let her
something that we
finish.
could all agree. If a man is making $200,000 and another man is making 70,000, you're going to say that this man is probably a better leader in the financial realm. Can we agree on that?
No, you have to get
We
more
can't
context.
agree on that. So if a man is making less than
have to-
another man, the
Let her
man that's
finish.
making more is not more successful?
I thought it wasn't a matter of success. It was a matter of leadership or leadership ability. Seems like we're moving the goalposts here because now you're saying that a man who makes more than another man is more successful, which there are still arguments that there are men who make a lot of money and are very miserable, and they wouldn't say that they're successful just because they make a certain dollar amount.
He's got a point.
I just heard you say that twice already. Okay, so again, you have to give context. You cannot say that leadership is associated with higher earning.
Right.
If the man is let's just say a man is a software engineer starting out, and he's making 70,000 a year, 70,000 a year as a computer scientist, and a woman is an entrepreneur. She owns different properties or something. She's making $250,000. That does not equate to she has more leadership skills.
Exactly.
It
In
doesn't.
that realm.
You have
What
to
about that
break
realm?
that down. All I'm saying is it's dangerous to run with that
In that
without the
realm.
Not
context.
dangerous.
You have
It's
to.
It's not
Okay.
dangerous.
We can just fundamentally agree to disagree.
Mr. Let Go, when are you gonna stop being so annoying?
No one likes you.
Seriously, sometimes you say things that make sense, and sometimes you're just pandering also. But there have been some times where you said some things that I'm like, okay, maybe he's reasonable, but you exist in this gray area in the conversation where the women don't like you and the men can't stand you either. You're just buns.
Say something to you as a friend. You suck.
Literally have to break down to tie in how is she able to carry out tasks or whatever to deem her a better leader over a person who's carrying out similar tasks or even more harder tasks.
They're not similar tasks because she makes $500,000 a year versus $70,000 a year. They are not similar tasks, sir. They are not.
It's already been proven that even when women out earn men, they're not doing jobs that hold society up. They're not doing anything rigorous. They're not doing the more difficult jobs in society. This is absurd logic. In a few more minutes, Darwyn's going to bring forward a very good analogy to break down this stupid, idiotic, juvenile logic of Mr. Let Go and this hyena. Let's get back into it.
Okay, well, my point is, Ayana, and I'm speaking to Ayana specifically. We already agreed to disagree on this, Mr. Let Go. What I'm just trying to understand is how are you drawing a parallel between a person's leadership skills and his earning levels versus the woman?
Okay, so I basically said in a certain realm, in the financial realm, she's a better leader.
Mama's wrong again.
And another thing to add to this conversation, it's already been proven statistically that when women are put in manager or supervisor positions, they don't do as well because they don't have the same leadership abilities as men. They tend to be more social and agreeable instead of just being about business and making sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. They tend to give leniency where they're supposed to be strict, which makes women terrible supervisors. And I've seen this in my personal life, working in 9-to-5s myself before I got into all this podcasting stuff.
From an entrepreneurial standpoint, how is she a better earner and leader? And as an entrepreneur,
She's working in an industry that pushes out more income, that rewards more for your
she's not working in the industry. She's an entrepreneur.
You're not listening.
I got an example. I got an
None
example.
of them have jobs.
This is a matter of mathematics. That's what I'm arguing.
Here's an example, y'all, real quick. So let's say Sophie Rain. She's made $42 million in OnlyFans. Is she a better leader than a man who makes $2.5 million?
The girl from Shannon Sharp is a better leader. I guess she got 20
Let
million.
me ask you: does that thesis still stand? Does that still make sense to you in that case?
Little Tay.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you're talking about.
Let her.
It doesn't matter if you don't know who they're talking about. So why does it matter if you don't know what they're talking about when you understand the analogy? That's how I know he has you stumped. It's a very clear analogy. A woman makes $42 million a year, acting ratchet and doing things where she basically just lays on her back and plays starfish. Does that equate to better leadership qualities of a man who owns a $2 million construction company and is actually leading men who are doing things that are actually helping the infrastructure of society and making society a better place to be?
The OnlyFans goddess, the one who makes $42 million.
Mm-hmm.
Is she a better leader
than
a man who has his own construction company and makes $2 million a year instead?
Well, I never said it was solely dependent on that.
Wait.
She's more successful.
That's
She's
all I was
clearly more
saying.
successful.
What about the 70,000 man? Can we do that, Trev?
No.
The OnlyFans.
It's the same thing.
So he's an idiot. Yeah.
Just stop talking, bro. Just stop coming on panels, man. What Mr. Let Go doesn't understand is that a $70,000 a year man who's actually making a real impact on society is better than a $42 million a year OF model who lays on her back like a starfish.
Such a nasty woman.
Trust fund.
Category. So if you're saying it would have to,
because I would say that she is a better leader. Because at the end of the
what
day,
way?
An OnlyFans woman
Yes.
is better than a man who has built a construction company.
regardless of
What? What?
Can y'all let me
You gonna
finish?
stand on that? Is
Can
that your
y'all
final
let me
answer?
finish?
Let him
I'm
go,
done with
Trev,
Mr.
let him
Let
go on the
Go.
record and say that. Say that again. Mr. Let
Anybody
Go.
who followed this dude
I'll
is
gladly
nuts.
say that. A woman that is on OnlyFans and made $42 million is a better leader than a man that makes $70,000.
Oh my God.
That boy went crazy.
And here's the reason why. I'll wait for y'all to finish.
We won't be quiet because you're a moron. The truth is, you do always go viral, but it's never for the right reasons, Mr. Let Go. And of course, you've grown a big following just basically antagonizing the algorithm. But that doesn't bring credence to the crazy shit you say. A OF model who makes $42 million is not a better leader than a man who makes $70,000 and he's employing men to do construction or to do other things that are valuable in society that actually move society along. What are you talking about? What about our bricklayer men at $100K a year? They're not better leaders than a woman who lays on her back for 42 mil? You're crazy as hell. And I get it. You like to say polarizing things to bring attention to your platform. Well, you succeeded. You did it because this is ridiculous. And a lot of people probably will be reacting to this because this shit don't make no sense, bro. Let's get back into it.
Finish. If y'all want to make this a clip, shut up.
Thanks for sending me this, Darwin.
Here's the reason why I say this. She found a legal way to make $44 million. If you just think about this, how many humans on the face of the planet that have ever lived that can say they were able to do that? They can't. I can't. So when you find something, no matter what it is, you can legally make $44 million a year. I need to see what you're doing.
By Mr. Let Go's logic, we can just go right into Guinness Book of World Records, pick out anybody who's done something nobody else has done before, and bam, they're a better leader. Now they're a better leader because, hey, who else stood on their hands for 5 straight hours? Who's a better leader than a guy who stood on his hands for 5 straight hours? By Mr. Let Go's logic, there haven't been anybody else who done it, so who better than him? Let's get back into it.
Now, I'm not gonna get on OnlyFans and start shaking my ass as a man, but I actually want to find out how you did it, because to make that much money on OnlyFans, you are an outlier.
Mr. Let Go, it's obvious how she did it. She bust down.
I'm very serious about my meat. Yeah.
Do you know what OnlyFans is? I'm sure you know what it is. Why are you acting as if she should hold a seminar on how she got this money?
I'm a throw for a...
Are you finer, or did you do something on the back end that made it work? Because the back end side...
something on the back end.
Thank you, Trev. It's the back end side and not your back end. You putting your ass up on OnlyFans it's not making you $44 million a year. It's the back end. What are you doing? It's the business model that would make you a leader.
In the history of OF being a platform, how many of those women have we seen take that money, reinvest it into something positive that benefits society? Go ahead, I'll wait. Exactly. 0, because there is no back-end investment to be in an OF model. And I'll tell you exactly why. It's because OF models are in the same boat as adult sex workers in the adult industry. They become untouchable by corporate interests and legitimate men.
Do it because the average person on OnlyFans did not or cannot make that and not your back end. You putting your ass up on do it too. Lead me, please. You will be my fucking leader.
Pause.
I got one more. I got one thing to say.
No, it ain't no whether it's OnlyFans or whether it's Amazon or whether it's social media. What the fuck are you doing to do that? Because I want to do it too. Lead me, please. You will be my fucking leader.
Pause.
I got one more. I got one thing to say.
No, it ain't no pause.
Hold on.
You do not want to do what Sophie Rain was doing.
And I finish. Fans girl that makes $44 million a year, please come be my fucking leader so I can put some bitches on fans so they can do the same shit.
You're a hypocrite. You actually tried to drag Papoose because he was holding pads for Clarissa Shields, and you said that made him less of a man just because he was holding pads and helping his woman train. You proudly want to get behind a streetwalker who's showing her booty for free, you crazy son of a bitch. And you think you're better than Papoose?
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not.
Okay. The only thing I want to say to this, this reckless statement is that you said
Oh
she
wait,
made.
you're calling my statement reckless?
It is. Anybody listen to what Mr. Let Go talking about? It was reckless because if women hear that, they'll think that all they have to do is out earn their man to be able to take over leadership in their households, and that'll certainly destroy marriages and domestic partnerships. Let's get back into it. Mr. Let Go
I
knows
said the
better.
statement. So Trev, you said that the woman made $40 million. I would grant Mr. Lego the argument that she's a better leader. If and only you gotta get you keep interrupting. Shauna, he's doing it again. It's a psychological tactic. It is a tactic, it's a pattern. You're interrupting in the middle of context. If and only if, I would say that woman is a better leader if and only if she trained 40 women to the point to where they all made each $1 million. That is where I would say, yeah, she's a good leader. But that is not the case.
And I could probably go with that too. Because at least in some way or another, other people are, I guess, gaining employment. You're at least leading something. But I still think that there's an argument that even if she was leading 50 other women who are making $1 million, I would have to argue to what end? Because we've seen what these OF careers spawn in the back end, this metaphoric back end we keep talking about. It doesn't spawn anything. We don't see a lot of like former adult stars, even the ones that we hold high with high esteem, the ones that we all know about. We don't see them starting businesses. We don't see them having brands and whatever. Even if they're known by millions of people, they don't have corporate ties and different type of things like that. Mr. Let Go doesn't have a clue what the hell he's talking about, but at least Darwin has taken an attempt to try to see his position. I'm not sure if Mr. Let Go is doing that.
She wasn't able to convey or instruct or give any education or any tools. I'm telling you right now, I'm going on the record to say she did not give 40 women tools to go and make each $1 million.
She didn't.
Can I say one thing,
didn't.
Darwin?
I'm familiar with.
And I'll drop my mic.
Hold on, Trev, I just want to say one
Exactly,
thing.
like,
I just want to say one thing.
It didn't
Can
happen.
she put together a course that would show all those women how she made 40-some million in 1 year? Just a question.
You a liar.
China tried.
Yeah. So what happens is I'm gonna say it's extremely unlikely because those situations are one-offs. You can she probably could definitely put somebody on game and help them.
Hold on. You just said something that there's something going on in the back office. We don't know.
Oh yeah, she got a team.
There's
She got
something.
a team.
So what I'm saying is, can that be packaged that would teach other people to do the same thing? Whether it turns into $40 million a year, it's not the point. The conversation is not about the 40 million. The conversation is, can an OnlyFans outlier be a better leader than a man that makes $70,000 a year? And y'all are circumventing the conversation. Thank you. Stop trying to circumvent the fucking conversation.
It's not circumventing the conversation. Because if a woman is being a leader in a grand way, doing something that's dishonorable, I would say that that's not being a great leader. I would also argue that if a man made $100 million doing things that were illegal and could get his family hurt and arrested, you probably would say he's not a great leader, simply because of the way in which he earns his money.
Gotcha.
And that's for the same reason I would say that the $42 million a year OF model is also not a leader. And Darwin's point was closer to the truth. And of course, Mr. Let Go's was closer to dog shit.
You ain't nothing.
If you guys enjoyed the reaction, hit the subscribe button on your way out of the room. Also with the notification bell, so you're notified every single time we post reactions just like this. I'll see you guys on the next one.